What's up, everyone? Today, we're diving into the story of a guy who was literally supposed to be a lawyer, but instead became a total music legend. And it all came down to one single project that didn't just kickstart his career, it completely changed the game for music forever. Let's get into it.
Now, seriously, think about that for a sec. What if the person who's going to create the next big thing is sitting in some class right now, totally zoned out, just dreaming about what they really want to do? Well, that's exactly where today's story begins. All right, so let's rewind to the early 1900s and meet our main character, Igor Stravinsky. You could say he was living a double life. By day, a law student. But by night, he was secretly leveling up his skills to become one of the most revolutionary composers on the planet.
Now here's the crazy part. Stravinsky's dad was a famous opera singer, so you'd think music would be the obvious choice, right? Nope, his parents had a much different plan. They were like, sure, music is a nice hobby, but you need a real career. And for them, a real career meant one thing, becoming a lawyer.
So you can see the two worlds he was stuck between. On one side, you've got the plan, the safe, parent-approved path of studying law. But on the other side was the passion, this secret world he was building, full of hours at the piano, lessons he wasn't supposed to be taking, and a deep love for old Russian fairy tales. He was basically two different people at once.
And get this, he wasn't just learning from some random person. His secret music coach was Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov, basically a rock star composer in Russia at the time. You could say he was Stravinsky's secret sensei, helping him unlock his true potential while he was still pretending to study law.
So you've got Stravinsky working on his music in the shadows. But you know how it is. A talent this huge can't stay a secret forever. And this next chapter is all about how he got spotted by the ultimate talent scout of his day. Okay, this was one of those right place, right time moments that changes everything. In 1909, he meets this guy, Sergei Diaghilev. Diaghilev ran a group called the Ballets Russes, which wasn't your typical ballet company. They were the most wild, innovative, cutting-edge performance group in Paris. And Diaghilev was always on the hunt for the next big thing. Diaghilev's official job title was impresario. So what is that? Well, just think of him as a super producer, creative director, and talent scout all rolled into one. He was the guy who could spot genius from a mile away and had the cash and connections to make someone a star. He was basically the Simon Cowell of the 1900s. So Diaghilev hears Stravinsky's music and immediately knows this guy is different. He hears something totally new. And he doesn't just offer him a small gig. Oh no. He gives him a massive, life-changing opportunity. This was it. This was Stravinsky's big break. Diaghilev asked him to compose all the music for a massive new ballet called the Firebird, based on those old Russian folktales he loved. This wasn't just some side quest, this was the main event, his one shot to go from unknown law student to world-famous composer. So, how did he pull it off? Well, here's his process. First, for his theme, he went all in on those old Russian myths. Then, for the sound, he started mixing traditional tunes with these totally wild, unpredictable rhythms. His main tool? A huge orchestra that he used to create this epic, movie score-level sound. And finally, he just polished it, revising and rewriting until every single second was perfect. So what was Stravinsky's secret sauce? What made his music sound so new? Well, first off, his harmonies were super unusual. They probably sounded kind of weird to people back then. His rhythms were really complex, almost glitchy, always keeping you guessing. He'd also jump from super quiet to crazy loud in an instant. And he used instruments in ways nobody had ever thought of before.
All right, the music is done. The dancers know their moves. It's time for the moment of truth. Opening night. It's launch day. The date is June 25th, 1910. We're at the Paris Opera House, and the place is packed with all the most important people in the city. Critics, artists, you name it. And right in the middle of all that pressure is Stravinsky, the guy who is supposed to be a lawyer, about to show the world what he's really made of. Can you just imagine the tension? Would people actually like this new kind of strange music? Or was it going to be a total flop? I mean, this one night could literally make or break his entire career before it even started.
So what happened? It was a smash hit. The audience went absolutely wild. The critics praised it for being so original and full of energy. Nobody had heard anything like it. The Firebird didn't just do well, it basically went viral. Stravinsky, the guy nobody knew, became a superstar overnight.
But becoming famous was just the beginning. That one successful night was like a key that unlocked the next level of his career and helped change the course of music history.
Just look at this timeline.
It's basically his career level up. After the Firebird in 1910, he was unstoppable. He dropped another hit, Petrushka, a year later. Then in 1913, he released his most famous piece, The Rite of Spring. Music so intense and rule-breaking that it caused a literal riot at the premiere. The Firebird was the launch pad that sent him into the stratosphere.
And that's really the big takeaway here. The Firebird wasn't just a hit ballet, it was the proof Stravinsky needed. It gave him the confidence and the freedom to keep taking huge creative risks, to keep breaking the rules, and to totally change what music could sound like.
And that brings us right back to the beginning. Stravinsky's real passion, his true talent, was hiding behind a safe career he didn't even want. It kind of makes you wonder, right? What awesome idea, what hidden talent is just out there right now, waiting for its own big break?